The night before she left, Daniel went down on one knee. Not with a diamond, with one of Amara's fashion rings. It wasn't the ring that made her say yes. It was the way his hands shook, the way his voice softened, the way he looked at her like he was certain. In that moment, Amara believed they were building a life together. Not dreaming, not hoping, building. They had met online, late-night calls that stretched into early mornings, endless voice notes, random check-ins during the day. Daniel used to call almost every time he could, like hearing her voice was part of his routine. Before they met in person, love had already grown between screens. When they finally spent 1 week together, everything felt real, easy, natural. Laughing until midnight, quiet moments that felt safe. That week convinced Amara that this wasn't just a phase, it was the beginning. Then she went home, and slowly, the man who once called every day began to disappear. At first, the calls reduced, then the messages shortened. When Amara asked what was wrong, Daniel said he was depressed, and she believed him. She had been depressed before. She knew how it felt when the world felt heavy, when no one seemed to understand you, when you didn't even understand yourself. So she promised herself she would stay. She told herself this was when he needed her most. She checked in gently. She waited patiently. She showed up even when it hurt. Because to her, love meant being present when things got hard. But time passed and nothing changed. Communication became one-sided. Daniel grew distant, then defensive. He said he had stopped talking to everyone, his parents, his best friends. The man who once listened to Amara with care now spoke to her with irritation. The warmth in his eyes was replaced with annoyance. Still, she made excuses for him. He said the distance was affecting the relationship, that he only loved her when she was close and forgot when she wasn't. Somehow, he told her she wasn't considerate enough. And slowly, Amara found herself begging for the bare minimum. She hated that version of herself, the one who waited by her phone, the one who felt relieved when he sent a voice note that wasn't even a minute long, just to say he had been asleep. No questions, no affection, just silence again. At night, the thoughts became louder. Did he ever love me? Am I not enough? If I were more beautiful, slimmer, different, would he still want me? She even wondered if she was the cause of his depression, but deep down, she knew the truth she was afraid to accept. Someone who truly loves you does not make you feel like a burden. Someone who loves you does not punish you with silence. That's when she started seeing the proposal clearly. It wasn't planned, it wasn't grounded. It was the spirit of the moment, a feeling, not a foundation. And feelings without commitment don't survive distance. In the middle of the heartbreak, Amara prayed. At first, she asked God to heal Daniel and bring him back to her. But one night, her prayer changed. She realized that if they were truly meant to be together, God would soften his heart, not harden it. So she prayed differently. She asked God to help her move on peacefully, to remove what wasn't meant to stay, to prepare someone better, someone who wouldn't disappear when love became inconvenient. She still prays for Daniel sometimes, not for him to return, but for him to find peace. Moving on wasn't clean. Some days she reached out, got ignored, regretted it. But she kept choosing herself, even when it hurt. And slowly, her life began to shift. She got a job that paid in dollars. She started her own business. She rebuilt her confidence quietly, standing taller, trusting herself again, learning that being chosen starts with choosing yourself. Amara didn't stop loving him. She just stopped losing herself. And one day, she realized she was no longer waiting for Daniel. She was finally living again. Thanks for watching. If this story touched you, like, comment and subscribe for more.